Hey gang, so we're working on this AC for the 59 GMC dash fit. We pretty much got it licked. I'm gonna go over where we're at right now, and hopefully it'll help you out once you're gonna do something on your GMC. Chevy, no problem. GMC, it's a bitch. So here we go. Let me turn this around. So remember, I put these vents in here. I was able to squeeze the diameter of this down, and it fit over top of that pretty well. And what I did, I took some wire. We use this like construction wire around the shop for all kinds of different things. And I took a piece of that, went around the back of it, just clamped it with a pair of vice grips, and just spun it until it was tight, like safety wire type pliers. I don't have any safety wire pliers, so I had to use vice grips. Anyway, so that's all in there nice and tight. That's not going to come off. You can now see the firewall, what I was talking about. This has been Line-X, or not Line-X, but Raptor linered from the inside to give it a little bit of deadening. And here's where the stock cut. Here's a hole where they want you to take the vintage air out. It would have been here. Of course, the original stuff's all been removed to put the flat plate on here. But so you have all these holes going out the firewall. Why flatten your firewall if you're running a bunch of hoses out of it? You know, it just doesn't make any sense. So anyway, I'll show you what I did to the box and the lines, so that now I took care of it. So anyway, here's on the floor here. You can see I hole sawed with a 1-inch, I think it was, hole saw. Put these came with the kit. Put these to the floor. So all the lines now are going to go down through the hole, come out the bottom, make a left, and then go down on the inside of the apron, and then drop out in the areas where they need to be, so it's nice and tight, without having a whole bunch of hoses running around your firewall or in your engine compartment. I'm trying to clean things up. Okay, so there's that, and then I'm going to, we already went over everything else. I'm going to show you the box real quick. All right, so here's the box with the retrofit kit. Comes with, these two down here are for your heater hose normally. They would come down and come forward. I don't know, what are you going to do from there? It doesn't make any sense. The inside one, this is your high pressure line for your AC. It came down and just stopped right here with a hard line. What are you gonna do there? This one here, the return line for your AC, where's it at here? Way down here. It came out when did a big thing up here, came all around and came down here, and it would have gone out the firewall also. So I bought a 90 and some new hose, bought the hose around, dropped here. So it's all gonna come out in kind of a 4-pin cluster right here, nice and clean. I'm going to put some more insulation on the two heater hoses to keep them, you know, from heating up everything else. And then I'm going to start weaseling this thing into place. Here's a tab I had to weld on the thing. Of course, we cut 1 inch off of here. Of course, it depends on how you cut your firewall, or even if you do cut your firewall. But you're not getting this in if you don't cut your firewall. I'm sorry, it's just not going to happen. Or unless you do some other manipulating, remove some material somewhere. But this piece here is level with this here. So unless you're going to take some material off the other side, you're not going to get it in the hole. You're going to be about 3/8 of an inch into the cab. So luckily we flattened the firewall off. We lost the embossed area, so that gave us another 3/8 of an inch to put the box in there. So, and now it fits barely. So over here, turn this up, is the plenum for the two shot that come out by the radio. You see there's a hole here and a hole here. I'm gonna run a couple of screws there from the bottom into the bottom of the dash, and that'll hold the side of the box up into place. So that's what it is. That's where we're at so far. I'm going to, like I said, I'm gonna put it in place, and then I'm gonna finish wrapping it. I'm gonna put it in place, and the hoses will be running out the bottom when you get done here, and you can see how that runs. So hope this helps out. What else? That's probably about it. All right, bye now. Since once the box is in there, you're not gonna be able to put any insulation in the thing. I went ahead and I put in double layered this heat barrier insulation in the firewall. I put it on the dash, up on the bottom of the dash. I put it, you know, everywhere I could that the actual part of the air conditioner is that's sitting against the firewall isn't going to be. I think there wasn't going to be room for any of this. So I put it everywhere else. I doubled it up in a lot of on the firewall areas, and that way it has a lot of insulation in there to keep the sound and the heat out when this thing's all finished up. Because once the box is in there, there's no way you're going to be able to put any insulation up inside there. So that needs to be done before we put the box up. All right, so I have the box in place. I got the hoses started through the firewall, or actually consider the toe pan, actually. I'm going to rotate the box up and get it into place. It's gonna be a bitch, I can see it coming right now. And then go bolt in the tab here, and then, but I want you to get a look at where we're at before I go there. I got the hoses tied up out of the way. Got this moved out of the way, this push onto the front. That's going to be kind of an iffy because it's really tight where it comes to here. And it's got to come out and hit to a duct on the up here for the defroster. I'm just going to be tight, so we'll see how that works out. Anyway, so here we go. So here's the bolt I made to hold up the box. You can see it was pretty shallow, but it's enough to go in there to get in that box, boss, and then hold that tab in place. So we got the box in where it belongs. Tube's pulled out here so I can get to the bolt hole in the back. You can see there. The tube ended up being behind the back where it fit the best, and so I'm going to put the bolt in here. I'm going to hook the cable up for the controller. I'm going to hook the wires up to the box. I'm going to put the screws in that go in under here into the floor. You hold up into the bottom of the dash here, and then I got, you can see here. Here's the ducting for the defrosters. I got to the go bolted in. I'm going to finish the last few things. Anyway, there we go. It's all tightened up. So here's the glove box door.